200 teachers are unqualified to teach in Texas because they did not receive their certifications through the right channels. It's a big cheating scandal that's going on and it's rocking Texas. Let's get to the news feed that discusses it.
Anthony, thank you. Well, the Texas Education Agency, also known as the TEA, is reviewing allegations that hundreds of teachers cheated on the state's teacher certification test. But beyond that, they aren't saying much. We asked the agency to provide somebody for an interview to share their thoughts on these allegations. And then we also sent them a list of questions, many questions you at home are asking us. However, they say they could not elaborate at this time. But this is still a very new and active investigation. So for more, let's go to KPRC2's Real One Belogan live from the Harris County Jail, where those educators, Real One, remain in jail with details on the testing company.
And they got people locked up. Goodness gracious. Whoa.
Yeah, Daniela, 3 of those educators are in the jail, the Harris County Jail behind me here. 2 of them had their bonds reduced this morning, so at any moment they could be released. 3 Harris County mugshots for Houston ISD educators charged with engaging in organized crime for an alleged teacher certification scheme.
Whoa. Damn, my brothers and sisters, man. It's hard out here. Hard out here for it to be a pimp, yo.
Harris County DA alleges the statewide effort led by Booker T. Washington basketball coach Vincent Grayson. Court records state Grayson intentionally and knowingly made false entry in a governmental record, namely a Pearson VUE Texas Educator Certification Examination. Pearson is one of 2 test vendors the state uses. According to the company's online promotional video, they have several safeguards around its testing centers to prevent events like this.
Many programs require 2 forms of ID. For example, a passport, driver's license, or credit card.
The company's spokesperson tells KPRC2 public trust is paramount, adding
I'm gonna tell you something. When I took my teacher license, because I'm a certified teacher in New York State, and when I had to take the exams, you had to go to a site, special site, and you really couldn't cheat because you had to, of course, you had to give them your license and everything, give them an ID, this, that, and the third, and they'll tell you, hey, homeboy, homegirl, lock your crap up in that dang on lockers right there. And they'll watch you. They'll watch you, and you go and you lock your stuff up. You lock it up, this, that, and third, and then you get the key and everything, and that, third, and then I think you got to give them the key or something. I forgot how this goes and stuff like that. But then they'll tell you, empty your pockets. They'll be like, yo, empty your pockets. They'll be like, yo, you got to empty it. You can't even have a watch. You can't have nothing, because anything that you can possibly hide something, they are not playing any games. So you got to empty your pockets. You got to be like the Monopoly man when he don't got no money and everything. That's how you got to be. So once you do that, then you sign, boom, boom, boom. And then they'll go ahead, they'll walk you to the computer, put you on the computer and be like, all right, that's the computer you're going to be on right there, homeboy or homegirl. And then you take the test. So now that's how it goes in New York State. It could go same way in other places and stuff, but I understand. I feel that many of these teachers who are in this cheating scandal did it because these tests are hard. I will be very, very honest with you. I studied a long time for these exams, and you have many teachers from when I was in school who took the exam 3, 4, 5 times and they couldn't pass it, especially the math portion. The math portion was very difficult, and if you did not understand all these things, especially for elementary school teachers, if you didn't understand high school math or even college math, you were going to fail. And then at the end of the multiple choice section, you had an essay portion where you had to go and read documents and make sure that you can be able to type at least 400 words explaining what would you do to help that student in the evidence-based document. So it's very difficult, and I can understand why some people would do it, but please don't do it. Just study and take your time to pass these exams.
are committed to integrity and professional certification and licensure testing and actively monitor, investigate, and report suspicious activity or anomalies to our customers. Their customer, in this case, the Texas Education Agency, which didn't comment on our specific questions regarding this video.
It's very troubling, right? Because a teacher, especially teachers and coaches who help influence children's behavior, right? A part of what they do goes beyond their mastery of their subject matter.
I'd just like to remind everyone that my client is innocent until proven guilty, and we look forward to hearing more about the state's evidence, and we look forward to challenging that evidence, and so that Ms. Roberts can have her day in court.
Listen, if they got them under this cheating scandal thing, pretty much ain't nothing that really could be done. I'll be very honest with you. They got you, homeboy and homegirls, and all those teachers who took those exams. You know, I feel sorry for them because I understand how hard it is. I understand when you want to teach and you want to teach in a school district where you can get some decent pay because you have your license. You don't want to go and teach at some of these charter schools that say that, oh, you don't need your license, because they'll treat you like a slave. They'll treat you like a slave, and they'll disrespect you almost. Okay, they'll have all these commercials that, oh yeah, you know, charter schools. Yeah, but charter schools like slave drivers, man. If you look at it, you'll notice that they can't retain teachers because they be like, listen, I'm tired of this. I'm like, yeah, you can kick rocks with that. You know, even in New York State, New York City, for instance. And there's a couple of charter schools that reached out to me, and I told them, yo, kick rocks, man. I'm a licensed teacher, man. Like, I don't need your BS. So I understand.
The DA's office alleged that 210 people are involved in this one-reach scheme. So we reach out to the DA's office along with the TEA, trying to get a list of those involved. We have yet to hear back from them regarding that matter. The TEA says that the State Board for Educator Certification will determine whether sanctions will be put in place for the once this all resolves itself. We tried reaching out to that board. We were unable to find any contact information for them. Reporting live in downtown Houston, Roman Blogan, KPRC.
Thank you, Mr. Blogan, for giving us this information. Really appreciate it. Thank you, KPRC2. Really appreciate them out there. I'll put the video in the description box if you want to look at it yourself as well. But it's a sad situation. I understand why they did it, because it's very difficult. It's hard to try and get your license, especially when you spend all those years in school. Like, imagine, like for me, I have my bachelor's degree. Imagine you spend 4 years in college. You go and you do the student teaching. You go and you pretty much be a slave because it's unpaid labor. It's unpaid labor. You go through your observations. You go through all this. You graduate. You get your certificate. You go and you smile, and you have your certificate and everything. And then when it comes down to take the exams, you keep constantly failing them. You know how discouraging that is? I know some of my former classmates who told me that they gave up. They're doing another job because they can't become teachers and they don't want to work for charter schools. Many of them are working for charter schools because that's what they can get. They cannot pass the exams. And in New York State, the exams is difficult. I'll be honest with you. If I didn't have the proper books to pass those exams, I would have failed them. But I had those books. I got them. They're on Amazon. If you guys want, if any people who are inspired to be teachers in New York State and you want to take the New York State teachers exams, you have the content specialty exams, you have the educating all students, the EAS exam, and then let me see what else. It depending on what other things that you want to do. But those are 4 exams that you must take. So if you want to learn how to take those exams and you want the books, hit me up in the comment section. I can send you the link, or I can put the link in the comment section if you want it. And also, if you want to probably even have maybe a one-on-one and pick my brain on how I was able to pass the exams, you can do that. You can just contact me at my email, and we just go from there. But it is crazy. It is sad, the things that's going on. I feel sorry for a lot of people out there. And I understand that the parents will probably be upset to know that, hey, their children were taught by people who were not certified. But guess what? If your students were learning, if your kids were learning from those teachers, if your kids admired those teachers, yes, it's a sad thing that they weren't certified, but your children learned. So, and that's the thing. There's plenty of great people out here who can teach a classroom with one hand tied behind their back. The only issue is that they're not certified by the state. And some of these testing agencies make these exams so hard. And you ask yourself, why? Because there's certain people who are passing the exams and certain people who are not. And it's a very sad situation. And I don't want to get into race politics and all that stuff, but I can tell you this: there's a lot of people who look like me who cannot pass these exams, who are trying. Now, don't get me wrong. There might be white people who are passing and failing these exams as well. But as I noticed from my research, especially me, I went to a predominantly Black institution. A lot of my former classmates are not passing the exams. Now, it could be other reasons why, because I'm a good studier and everything. So it just could be that they just didn't study properly. But we don't know. But this right here, so sorry for those educators in Texas, and hopefully they get through and do what needs to be done. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you found this video interesting, informative, or even outrageous even, to like the video. That would greatly help me out. Make some comments. Tell me how you feel about this situation there in Texas and everything. Let me know. Let's discuss it. And last but not least, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. Why? I'm a new YouTuber. I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on December 14th. Please help a brother out. Really would appreciate it. Take care, guys. Be safe. Have a wonderful day. Peace.